K-pop demon hunters Saja Boy's breakfast meal and Huntrix meal have just dropped at McDonald's. They're calling this a battle for the fans. What do you say to that, Rumi?
It's not a battle. So glad the Saja Boys could take breakfast and give our meal the rest of the day.
It is an honor to share.
No, it's our honor.
It is our larger honor.
No, really. Stop.
You can really feel the respect in this battle. Pick a meal to pick a side.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's while supplies last.
Half Man, the new HBO original limited series from Baby Reindeer creator Richard Gadd, examines the tumultuous relationship between two estranged brothers, tracking the highs and lows of the pair over the course of 40 years. Starring Emmy Award winner Richard Gadd and BAFTA Award winner Jamie Bell. Half Man premieres April 23rd on HBO Max.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs, so you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to the Bare Naked ABCs, and as the captain of this band of merry sailors, I'm Tracy, and I'm a black mark. But before you watch me drown, I'm going to introduce you to the rest of tonight's group. Joining me tonight, I have Aaron and Betsy, my second mates, I guess, first mates.
Master and Commander.
Hi.
Hello. Well, it's good to be here.
I'm leaving all that space in there, Betsy, for the high. Just so people see what I have to deal with.
Oh, boy, yes. Let's answer the phone as Alexander Graham Bell wanted us to. Ahoy, hoy. You learn something new every day. That's why you tune in.
The more you know.
That's also why Mr. Burns of The Simpsons answers the phone ahoy hoy, because he's just that old.
Oh, maybe? Yeah, I like that. We'll go with that.
Ahoy hoy. Yes, Smithers. Release the robotic dogs.
All right, so tonight we will be discussing a new album.
Yay! And there was much rejoicing.
We are finally moving past the BNL era. All songs from this
That's
point.
spelled E-R-A or E-R-O-R.
That's a good question.
Just asking questions.
Curious minds want to.
Yeah, no more BNL. We're done with BNL from this point forward because he has at this point left the band. It's official, and we have heard BNL's side of this matter and what their feelings were. So I guess it's time to hear Steven's point of view. Let's start this wonderful journey by discussing the first song on page one. By the way, I love the name Page One. Great way to label your first album. Would have loved it if the second one was Page Two, etc. Like that would have been amazing.
You on the nose, yeah. Be Mickey Mousing a little bit.
Oh, come on. I mean, Leonard Skinner and Led Zeppelin and all them did it. Chicago. But
it'd be easy to keep track of the albums, but yeah.
Exactly. But this is the first song after the split, and this song is called A New Shore. If you have not heard of A New Shore, released in 2010, here is a quick snippet.
I set a course for a new shore. It looked the same as the one before, and I forgot what I'd been sailing for, and why I thought this time would be different.
And this song was co-written by Stephen Page and Craig Northey.
Yay, Craig.
Nice text from Craig.
Text from Craig. He didn't waste any time. My God, he jumped right aboard.
Yeah,
started sailing.
Yeah, I want to know how well he knew Craig before the whole split. I mean, I think the Odds did do a couple of the cruises, and so I'm sure that
did they do Tom Cruise? He's crazy.
Listen, Tom Cruise isn't gay. At least that's what
I hope that boat had cruise control.
Have to be totally gay to do some fun things.
Joko admits Tom Cruise does not say that he is gay.
I'm just getting us off keel here. Let's
you throwing us overboard.
Yeah. Let's straighten up the wheel.
Oh no.
Lando
Calrissian. So this, I don't know why this was not the single off this album.
It seems like it's pretty message wise, pretty, declarative of what he's doing with his new career.
Right.
It really kicks it off.
I have a comparison. Go ahead.
It's upbeat. I could hear this on the radio.
Yep. Back when I used to go jogging, I always have this on my jogging list.
I can see that.
And back when I used to go tobogganing, it was always on my toboggan list.
I'm not quite sure why he didn't pick this song as his release, but maybe just because it was my only thought would be BNL's release, their first single off their first album was You Run Away. And his
is Come Send Me.
I just sailed away. Yeah.
And he's kind of like, you know what? Life is good. I've put all that behind me.
Much happier.
And I'm sure that he was like, if I release, even though this is like an amazing song, if I release this song as my first song, it sounds like a rap battle type thing going on here. No, I'm going to release something else instead. I'm past that. That's the whole point of this song.
Tittin' and tattin'.
Well, I was just going to say, regardless of whether or not it was a single, I'm glad that we're doing this chronologically because
thank you.
This is the perfect song to start his solo career proper on,
I agree. I agree. I would say this is the first song, the perfect first song on an album and the perfect first song to start off the first album after leaving.
After the official split, yeah.
Like he puts the whole album in perspective. He gets you ready for what you're about to listen to. And any questions that you might have about what happened and are you going to dwell on this? He puts that to rest right off. And allows you to be like...
Instead of saying land ho, we should say apropos.
No.
Or maybe switch them out.
I think Steven knows that he has a fan favorite with this song. He
has
done this song
live from home video,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to bring that up later, but if you want to talk about that, yes, please do.
There is a live from home video where a bunch of the live from homies got together and sang along with it, and he spliced it all together. Somebody, I'm not sure who edited it, but they did a great job. And we're all singing different things and playing different instruments, and it was a very fun collab that he and his fans could do, and it was very, very cute and fun and meaningful. And
yeah, and I tried to find it
was a good
online.
time.
I found the
Dude, you
page.
should have hit me up. It's on Patreon.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay.
I could get it to you, but it's a little late. But I could get patched in later.
Yeah, we can always edit it in.
I can't say that word.
Edited it. I edited it.
Rural.
Rural.
Edited the rural.
But I think that's cool. I like the fact that he decided to do that. And it wasn't during COVID. He did that in 2021. So, April of 2021. So it had already kind of run its mark at that point for the most part. People were back to work, but he was like, no, I want to do this thing special for my Live from Homies.
Live from Homies.
Live from Homies. Nice. I like that designation.
He has played this song in concert 224 times.
Wow. Well, there you go. That speaks to
it's a big sing-along song.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It is.
Oh, my arm.
Especially when you get to the end.
It is the fourth most popular song that he does, behind Jane, Brian Wilson, and Old Apartment.
No, Brian Wilson. He does every line from home, so that's saying a lot.
And if he plays it, 80% of the time, it is the opening song of the set.
Also,
I think we have that on his concert that he did. You know how I got the the sheet
set list.
Yeah, the set
Somebody
list.
loves you and got that for you.
Yeah.
It is the most popular song that he does that he has played individually or with the trio. Unless you start counting the Live from Homes, because he does a lot of variety with that. There's been a couple of years that it's got to bump down to like third or second, but for the most part, like this is the one that he continues to play the most. And for his non-BNL years, it is by far the most popular song. The next one behind it is Gravity with 155 songs or 155 plays.
That makes sense too.
Nice.
On Spotify,
that's on a tank top. It's on his merch. He has Gravity on the on his merch shop. Yep.
This is the most listened to song on Spotify for Stephen Page at 226,000 listens. The next one up is Golden Age, which only has 65,000.
Golden Age doubling down.
That seems low. Damn.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It is also his most popular song on Spotify. It is his most popular song on YouTube. So he definitely has a fan favorite with this song.
Yeah, for sure. Understandably.
I think it was a loss and unfortunate that it wasn't the single for this album, but I think the fans pretty much spoke up and said, no, this is yours. This was your single.
We're designating it, yeah.
We are fan designating. Well, what would you guys like to discuss first this week? Would you like to discuss lyrics or music?
Traditionally, we do the music.
Yeah,
first.
let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
All right, let's break it down. Well, it's nice to have a proper breakdown after doing a lot of covers and not necessarily doing full breakdowns. A New Shore was recorded at approximately 135 or 136 beats per minute, but it does vary. It sways a little like a ship at sea. It is in the key of G major. And we start right out with the first verse immediately, and we're right on the tonic G major, and the verse goes G, A minor, D, G. So you have a 1, 2, 5, 1 progression. Classic. The chorus
Can I interrupt you right there?
You may. What's up?
Betsy, do you recognize the 1, 2, 5, 1 progression?
Tracy, I barely recognize myself these days.
I bring it up because I could be wrong. It might be 1-4-5-1, but I feel like this is the first sign of the feel good strum.
But I've devised this thing. I've been working on this for about 30 years now, and it's a technical thing, musical technical thing called the feel good strum. That I feel like I'm honing in on it. And for those of you who play a guitar or an instrument of any sort, it may seem confusing when you watch, but just keep a good eye, keep an eye here for part of it. But really, a lot of it's in this arm. I'll post it on YouTube and I'll slow it down so you can see it. But what it is, it does this like. For me, it actually really feels really good. Just going. Yeah.
Oh, the feel good strum.
Feel good strum?
Yeah. Chord progression wise, though.
I mean, usually the feel good strum is identified with Linda Ronstadt.
It's definitely the feel good strum.
But I feel like this is the first time that we really hear at least the closest thing to what will become the feel good strum later on. That anyone who's gone to any of his concerts.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the chord progression. I'm like, I don't.
Well, I think that's
think
what.
so.
I mean, that's the chord progression is kind of like what makes the feel good strum what it is.
And it's mostly the strum, I thought.
Well, it's the strum too, but it's that chord
good.
progression that in relation to it.
Do you have a YouTube clip of the feel good strum? Is there something you can show me?
He does it on Live from Home.
All right. Well,
subscribe to Patreon and watch the videos.
Well, he also does it every concert that we've been to, including.
I'm sure I've heard it.
It's where they break off and do all these different songs that sound very similar, but they continue to do the strumming throughout the whole thing of staying the same.
Gotcha.
He's a strumpet.
And then when they're done with it, then they go into Linda Ronstadt in the 70s.
Okay.
I will give me a minute. I'll let you do your breakdown further, and I will give you the usual that they do with the feel good strum.
All right, so that's the verse. Pretty simple. 1, 2, 5, 1. The chorus is D to G again, and then C minor, which is a minor fourth. Definitely not diatonic to G major. So that's interesting, right? We're stepping outside of the key. And then we go back to G and then up to D again, which brings us back around to the A changes or the verse for a resolution to G major. So the chorus is 5-1, 5-1, minor 4, interesting, and then 1-5. Now the bridge, the first bridge, I guess, I'm not sure how you would classify this, but off the charts we drew is G, A minor, D. So similar to the A changes from the verse, but the amount of time spent on the chords is different. We stay on the A minor longer, for instance. It gives it a different feel, even though the tempo doesn't change. And then for the second part of the bridge, we have E minor to A minor to E minor to A minor to B minor to D. So the whole bridge is 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 6, 2, 6, 2, 3, 5. Then back to the tonic for the whistle solo. The whistle solo is more or less just the verse changes or your A changes again. So G, A minor, D, G. And then we have a chorus again. And now we get to the really interesting part. I would call this the true bridge, right? And this is where we get those really lovely Brian Wilson-y harmonies. And I mean...
would it be Brian Wilson?
Brian Wilson, wow. And we got to get Davy Jones from the Monkees down there. His locker's there somewhere. But yeah, so very Beach Boys-y, lovely harmonies. And as usual, the bridge is my favorite part of the song. Although I really like the outro on this one too, the Land Ho. Actually, the outro might be my favorite part for a reason that I'll talk about in a moment. But I really love the bridge. No surprise, I'm sure. Which goes G to B7 or B dominant. to C to A7 or A dominant, again, non-diatonic. So we're raising the third degree and playing that lovely dominant seventh in the G, which simultaneously reinforces the key, which makes it sound very dramatic because we're breaking some rules. We're stepping outside the key while very much saying, hey, we're still in this key. We're just playing something that's not quite there, which I love because I think, programmatically, this could represent being far from home or in a strange place or lost at sea or in a storm. Right before, you always think of the sailors on a ship, right before they see the land, there's a storm, tempest tossed, people are falling overboard. It seems like all is lost. And then land ho, right? So the true bridge, if you will, is a 1, 3, 4, 2, 7. 2 dominant, I guess, 1. And then programmatically again. So I would say this is like, because we're really building up, there's like a great crescendo, there's a great kind of nice climax, and then we come out to vamp on G for a long time. So we really land on that tonic and we hammer the tonic, and we're just on G, 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 which again reinforces the key and makes us feel grounded and safe, which is the land ho, like, oh, we found land, we're going to be okay. And I think that's very programmatic to the song, right? Where he's like, oh, my whole life's been turned upside down and everything's uncertain now. And I had a place, I had a kind of role before, and now I'm stepping away from all that. And it's terrifying and scary in a certain way, but it's also exciting. It's an adventure, and we've survived, and we're going to be okay. So I love that. I love that it's so programmatic like that. And then on the outro, it's basically just G, A minor, D, G again, similar to the first part of the first bridge section. And our form is verse 1, which is your A changes, chorus, B changes, verse 2, A, chorus, B, bridge, quote unquote, C, whistle solo, A changes, chorus, B changes, and then outro, which we could call your D changes. So A, B, C, A, B, D, or ABAB, CABD would be the form of the song. And that's, I could talk a lot more about it, but I want to hear what you two both think of this song musically. So I'll toss it over to Betsy. What do you think of the song?
I like this song. It's very peppy and upbeat, and it's a nice song about transitioning to something that you would prefer to be doing in your life versus feeling obligated, maybe, and about taking risks and
true,
finding your way. So that speaks to me. And I know he used to take offense when people would say that they work out to some of his music or certain songs or whatever, but now I think from what I remember him saying, he just takes it in stride now and kind of as a compliment, I guess. But so yeah, I really like the way the music feels like exciting, where it's like da 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 da. It's like kind of pushes you, and it's very adventurous and very driven, I guess.
Oh, the feel good strum. It's like it's like
My Girl,
Stuck in the Middle with You.
Yeah,
actually, yeah. Yeah, okay. I know the feel good strum. Okay.
Yeah, and then so they usually will do My Girl. They will do If I Could Turn Back Time, Obla Di Obla Da, The Lady in Red.
Classic.
Do They Know It's Christmas Time? They do a whole bunch of different ones, but yeah,
it's a long medley.
Yes. And there are some really good versions.
A deadly medley.
If you have never been to one of his concerts, first of all, you have to go see one of his concerts.
Agreed.
But it is a staple of his concerts, no matter which grouping he's playing with. And it's one of my favorite parts every time it comes up. I have a whole bunch of musical notes this week, so I don't want to interrupt anyone, but feel free to interrupt me as we go along, because I do have a ton of notes. I love how this song begins. The gentle, uplifting, wistful acoustic guitar that's just kind of strumming in the end. Really amazing. A good way to start the album. It's positive.
Well, I like that it starts off, the very first thing you hear is his voice. Because he has a slight pickup and his voice comes in just before the guitar does.
Yes.
So the very first thing you hear is his voice.
As captain of this band of merry sailors, I'm a black mark, I'm a failure, but before you watch me drown, I'm relinquishing command for something I don't understand. This man's about to turn his whole life upside down.
Which I thought was appropriate for like his launching his kind of solo career proper.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the bum bum, and he gets us moving. So between the
boom boom down
verse and the chorus, he goes bump bump, and then it's you're like, okay, we're jumping into this new thing. We're gonna have energy, and he does that before he goes into each chorus. Bump bump, and you get these amazing harmonies that are in the background that are going. Yes, it's all Steven doubling up on himself.
I set a course for a new shore. It looked the same as the one before, and I forgot what I'd been sailing for, and why I thought this time would be different.
But I don't mind it. I do like it in concert when we have Craig and Kevin adding those harmonies in, because I like the different voices. But yeah, it's really cool. You get to hear Kevin Fox on the cello during the second verse as they open up and start adding more to it, and you get the whistling during the bridge, and then during the actual bridge, the first bridge.
Who's on lips?
A freaking harp.
Off the charts we drew, they said there wasn't anything but fairy tales. I showed them it was you, I told them you were everything a fairy tale could be.
It sounds like there's a harp
possibly
in the background playing, and it might be like a mellotron or something like that instead.
Yeah, it could be a synth harp voice.
But it sounds like a harp.
But where did you say it was?
In the vocal harmony. I mean, the vocal bridge. So the first bridge.
The first bridge.
So where he's like, off the charts we drew.
What was that?
Off the charts we drew.
Right. Do you know about where a timestamp would be?
It should be coming in right. I don't have a timestamp written down.
That's right after a minute, actually.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's a harp. It could be. It sounds like it could be a harp, or again, yeah, it could be like a synth voice. But it's definitely got that kind of that sound about it. I see what you mean.
It's uplifting. Like I love the fact that he threw it in there at this point in the song to give you that kind of like uplifting feel, because he just went over the side of the ship. But he's still trying to keep you interested. And then they have like the second part. You have the whistling solo, then you have an accordion solo. Or I think it's an accordion. Might be a different instrument. It sounds like an accordion. And it feels like we're walking along the deck of this ship and we're getting introduced to different crew members as he's walking along. And in my mind, I have this video that's playing of Steven. They never did a video for this. Steven, call me. Because I have a vision for how this whole thing should look.
Let's get Noah involved.
Yeah.
I want to see some pirate puppets.
Yes. But of just like having him walking along this ship and having different pirates in the background whistling and playing the accordions, and
And harping.
And harping, yes. And then at 2 minutes, you think the song is all over. And then it moves into the second bridge, which is like you were saying, very Beach Boys reminiscent or luau adjacent. And it has that opening note that just leads you back into that feel good strum. And then you add in the cello bowing, and then the seagulls join in. By the way, I believe that's Ken Chastain. He did a lot of the special effects. I
thought you were going to say did the seagull voice. I thought they got a flock of seagulls to come in.
Oh, wow. Nice. They can't afford that band.
You could do the crazy hair.
You could do Duran Duran.
That's true. That's on the next couple of songs.
Okay. Cool. I'm looking forward to that.
It just gives you this very ebullient feeling. And
ooh, nice word.
You know, it's like you've been on this long journey, but it's hopeful and maybe even a little fun. And then after 2 rounds of that building up, you got his voice that just jumps in with excitement. And you know, then you get second Steve coming in the second time around. You get a third Steve coming in the third time around. And it's this building of excitement and happiness, like, and they're layered and they're bouncing off each other like they're waves. And it's just, I think it's just a really beautiful end to this song.
Yeah, the whole thing is just really well done. I think he clearly put a lot of thought into this song, which is why there's so many programmatic elements. This is a good place to transition into the lyrics.
Well, before we do that, I do want to give recognition to Stephen Liu, who did the orchestral arrangement and keyboards.
Very nice. Song. Yeah, agreed.
Any relation to Cindy?
Who?
Cindy Lou Who?
Oh, Cindy Lou Who. Taylor Momsen, come on the show. We know you listen. Oh, that would be incredible. I wonder if she's a fan.
Of course.
But this would be a good time to move into the lyrics of the song. Again, I have tons of notes. I love this song. So,
well, I was going to transition by saying this song to me really feels like Stephen Salisbury Hill. Like that's one of my favorite songs. I love Peter Gabriel. I'm still willing to fight this battle. I would die on this hill. Peter Gabriel Genesis is superior to Phil Collins Genesis. Love Phil Collins, don't get me wrong, like his solo stuff and his Genesis years. But IMHO, I really dig the prog rock artsy stuff that Genesis did when Peter Gabriel was at the helm. So when he wrote Salisbury Hill, you know, he was basically reflecting on everyone was telling him, "You're crazy. Genesis is huge. Why are you jumping away from that? Why are you doing your own thing?" And he wrote a song about it. And I guess maybe for me, because for me, composition specifically is something that's very therapeutic for me. It's how I process my emotions. I guess kind of seeing Stephen go through that and use it as something that is kind of therapeutic. I imagine it felt really good to write the song and feels good to perform it. So I like it a lot. It connects with me. And my favorite lyric is, "I'm relinquishing command for something I don't understand." That's one of those couplets which I had written.
I'm relinquishing command for something I don't understand. This man's about to turn his whole life upside down.
It's a great one. Plus, I love the word relinquish. So,
I mean, my favorite line is, "And I forgot if I was pushed or jumped overboard. And after all this time, what's the difference?"
If I was pushed or I jumped overboard. After all this time, what's the difference?
Especially those last 2 lines. Like, I think it kind of speaks up about the whole song. But Betsy, what are you thinking about the lyrics? What are your main thoughts?
Well, I think it's a very, cathartic song. And, I mean, you guys have pretty much covered it all, but, That's okay. I wanted it that way because I'm tired.
I don't know. I have a lot of notes still left to go, so I don't know if we've covered it all.
Okay. I think my favorite line is the dreading censure and
yeah,
absentia.
it's my second favorite.
Yeah.
Whilst yearning for adventure, dreading censure and absentia.
Whilst yearning for adventure, dreading censure and absentia, I would rather be at sea than be alone.
That's almost Eminem like. It's got the internal rhymes.
Yeah.
Could I get a little bit of cinnamon in it?
I mean, that is an amazing line.
It really is. Dreading censure and absentia.
And other than just the rhyming of it, the idea that he is not alone while he's at sea, you know, while he's alone on stage and he knows what he's doing, he's floating along and he's letting life kind of take its course. And even though he's forgot like why he started out with this career, he knows that it's right, and he's letting that part of him lead, and he knows by letting it lead that he'll find the right way.
Yeah.
He can trust in his navigational skill and the stars and his sextant.
Yeah.
Sextants from Craig. That was a reach. That was stretch
his
arm.
internal compass.
Yes. Yeah, his internal dynamo powering his internal compass.
Wow.
But no, I think
that's not his.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I like the gist of the song. I like the cut of its jib.
I like
yeah, I don't know. It's just, to me, again, it's the perfect song one on page one. You know, like if you know, I can't imagine him putting this anywhere else on the album than right at the beginning.
Yeah, no.
Did you say album or helm?
Album, but also he at the helm.
I almost heard helm in the album.
Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep.
The Battle of
my first note when I was writing this, and again, I was in a fever last night as I was writing this. So.
I know. No. You're looking good tonight, buddy.
Hopefully you feel a lot better.
I was in a fever. I was on pain relievers.
In a fever, on pain believer.
Did you have any cowbell?
So we'll see how much this makes sense. But my first note was Steven does not hold back on this song. He tells us immediately why he's singing this, and that because he is going to be self-deprecating, but he's also going to be brutally honest with us. And that first verse kind of gives that to us, like right off the, you know, here's this group I was with. They're a great group, but I'm the failure. I'm the black mark. I'm not going to bring you guys down. I'm heading out.
So
is it one of those things where you kind of like beat them to their punches, like by throwing yourself on the sword?
I like that. It's like, look, man, all right, I'm not cut out for this. I'm just doing my own thing. But no, I mean, like, to me, I get this idea of like, so I'm imagining he's like a pirate captain or something, right? And like, he always just wanted to be a pirate as a kid, right? So he grows up, he gets his own ship.
Born on a pirate ship.
Right, exactly. So he always just wanted to be a pirate, do his own thing, set his own rules. Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. Well, his pirate ship becomes very successful at doing one certain thing. Maybe they're like running guns or rum or whatever it is, but it becomes very
rum guns.
Right.
It becomes humdrum.
Very samey. It becomes humdrum, rum drums, and he's got stuck in the doldrums. But and then ruptured his eardrums.
No, that was last night.
But no, it becomes very repetitive and samey, right? And I think, to be fair, post-page BNL, I think it was a slow process over the first few albums without Steven, but after a while, they kind of locked into this like country light pop rock thing, right? And that's just their bread and butter, and they just started doing just that. And it's like, okay, well, that works very well for you. You're making a lot of money, but that's not what I want to do. You know, so I helped start this thing. I'm kind of proud of it. But now that it's just going off in this direction and that's like all we're doing, I'm jumping overboard. I'm going to start over again with my new ship. And I kind of love that idea.
And I love that he's like, I forgot what I started, what I started doing this for. Like, he started off really young. Like, he they started off with music very much like the Beatles at a very young age. He made his life choices before most of us have even like entered like life. Like most of us are still kind of in high school, and he's entered into what he's going to do for his career. He didn't do it with thought. He did it literally responding to a phone call. And that's where his career started. And now he's at this midlife part of his life where like he's been capsized, whether on his own or whether he was pushed or jumped overboard. And he now has to decide what to do with his life. And he knows what he's good at. He knows what he enjoys, but he's forgotten why he started doing that to begin with. He's rediscovering what brings him joy in life and what he wanted to do. Like, as you using the pirate metaphor, I'm like, yeah, okay, so I run guns now, and that's what this boat does. But I also wanted to run rum, and I also wanted to do this over here, and maybe that's what I really wanted out of this, and I'm not getting it. And I get a chance now for me to decide what I wanted this pirate life to be.
I'm a fan of the movie The Crow.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wonderful speech that the villain Top Dollar gives in that movie about how like the rebellion of Devil's Night has itself become an institution. So like the idea that this thing that started in like youthful rebellion or something has become, now it's like part of the system or whatever. So I think there's something similar there too. I think Steven's always had a bit of a rebellious streak, a bit of a gadfly. So I of course I like that. That's the kind of person that I'm drawn to. That's the kind of person I aspire to be, because I think it's so easy to get stuck in expectations of the way things are quote unquote supposed to be. It's like it's very easy to just get caught up in the sea current rather than paddling your own canoe, so to speak. So I like that a lot. I like the spirit of this song, as it were.
I agree. Another line that I find really, really interesting, and I think it says a lot without people knowing how much it kind of says, is they said there wasn't anything but fairy tales. He's as he's heading off on this new part of life, and he's taking this big, huge change that I think a lot of people were telling him, "What are you, nuts? Like you have a successful life here. What are you doing?"
Again, Salisbury Hill, right? To keep in silence, I resigned. I can't remember the line, but my friends would think I was a nut, right? That was one of the lines in Salisbury Hill. And I love how that bridge section starts, the fairy tale section, off the charts we drew, right? Because a chart in nautical terms would be like your map. Mm-hmm. And back in the days, outside of the known world, whatever they had mapped, here be dragons, right? So it's like, we don't know what's us here. No one comes back, so probably a dragon's going to eat your ship. So like, I love that. Again, it's that adventurous spirit of like, we're going off the charts, uncharted territory, and that's what it's all about.
And the fact that he put that in there, that's like, beyond this, there's nothing but fairy tales. Like, but we've already seen through our discussions with Turn the Page 3 different projects that he's been exploring while he was with BNL. We have Vanity Project, we have As You Like It, we have
he's had some musical wanderlust for some time at building up, I think.
But this one line really kind of points out that there was a lot of people in his life, maybe it was his parents, his wife, his bandmates. There's a lot of people who have been telling him that this direction leads to disaster, but he was still fascinated by it.
New disaster. But no, so I really like Off the Charts we drew, because to me, I get the image of, again, he's like captain of this pirate ship. They're suddenly going beyond the bounds of the mapped world. So you have to start drawing the map as you go. You have to start actually adding to the map yourself. We're drawing off of the boundaries of the regular map. So I just love that imagery.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And the other note that I wrote is that I think why Steven is the healthiest bare naked lady of all of them.
Not Jim.
I think that's probably true now.
Time of the night where we turn off the black lights, let the Dungeons and Dragons begin. The
very nice. Yeah,
that was my mic drop moment.
Chopping it hot.
Stephen Page is the healthiest bare naked lady of them all. Drop.
Everybody knows it's Jim. He does yoga.
But I say that because there was no throwing anyone under the bus. There was no anger, no bitterness in the song.
Yeah. You Run Away is kind of bitter, and this is more like, hey, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to try and find the positive in this, and yeah, I think that is a healthier response. I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
classier.
This album began recording 6 months after he left BNL. Now, I don't know if it was at the 6 month mark or the 1 year, but within that 6 month to 1 year mark is where he wrote and recorded this song. After leaving BNL, and 6 months after BNL's album, this one comes out. 18 months after the breakup, Steven's moved on. Like this is the only song that I feel on this album really even reflects on the breakup. And I would say it's the healthiest view on the breakup. He's just talking about how it's going to be okay, and he's going to turn this into a good direction. And it is why family therapists will point out that this is normal. That in any divorce, one person has always been considering the divorce first. That one person is done healing.
Sometimes it's only one person who's considering it.
Sometimes it's only one person. One person is always done healing before everyone else. It's the reason this song is the reason, and all the BNL songs that followed with after their split. It's the reason no one will ever convince me otherwise that Steven considering leaving the band before the event.
No, I think we've already speculated multiple times based on songs in the prior podcast and this one. I think it's pretty clear he was feeling a little constrained.
And I think that Ed, flustered and frustrated as he might have been at times, because he was probably butting heads with Steve, I don't think he ever thought about Steve leaving BNL as anything other than, or that BNL would ever be the amalgamation.
Amalgamation in the middle.
Amalgamation in the middle.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh.
As flustered and frustrated as Ed was at times, I don't think Ed ever saw BNL as any other amalgamation of what it was until all of a sudden it wasn't. And I think it was a shock to his system once. Like, did he have a part to make in that process? I'm sure he did, but I don't think he saw ahead that was going to happen until it did. And that's why he had to do all that processing after. And here we see Steve 6 months later going, all right, I'm on to my next thing.
Yeah. Wait, so what is the timeline for this song or this album versus You Run Away?
So this album started being written and recorded 6 months after the breakup.
Okay.
Are you visualizing them writing at the same time?
I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering because I mean,
because
it's interesting how differently they're processing it.
They were about writing this at the same time and recording at the same time because BNL then released.
Can we get a fact check on All in Good Time?
these songs, I should say, this group of songs started being recorded in October of 2009. I'm trying to remember when You Run Away began getting recorded. All in Good Time was released in February of 2010. And then Page One was released in October of 2010. So 6 months after that.
So yeah, You Run
That was
Away
pretty fresh.
was released as a single on the 10th of January 2010.
So very, very fresh.
So yeah, I think so. This might actually be somewhat of a response. I think he would have written something like this regardless. But if this was in response, or if he had heard that song or was processing it, I think again this is a really classy way to do it. Like,
seems like
just going to be the bigger person and walk away or sail away, as it were.
Sail away.
Yeah. So no, good on you. Good on you, Steve. You done good. Local boy does good.
Yeah. So those are my major thoughts on the song. I mean, I'm always having new thoughts on the song, but I suppose we should wrap it up, bring this into the dry dock. I guess how many land hoes? Because there are a lot of them.
I'm trying to remember what the bird. Ravens. How many ravens? Because they would release ravens off the ship.
No, really?
To see if there was land. If the bird returned, they knew there was no land. But if it didn't come back, they know they must have found food or something. So they would.
Okay, we can go with ravens.
So how many ravens are we sending out?
Raven lunatics.
Raven brand.
How many ravens do you release for this song?
Clusters.
Betsy.
I would say that this song, I can definitely identify with. However, I think I overplayed it a little when I was jogging with it, so it suffered a little for that. But it's not its fault, so I shouldn't ding it for something it's not responsible for. But between the wordplay and kind of like the driving feeling of the music and everything, and its own kind of significance to me, I think I'd give it like an 8.2.
Oh, nice. Well, I was thinking mid-8s, 8.5 or so, but as I was doing the analysis and breaking the song down, just running into all of the programmatic elements where, the first few times I listened to a song, not even just for this show, especially for the show, but like, because I'm thinking about it analytically, but I'm also a music first kind of guy. I don't notice the lyrics the first couple of times. There are exceptions, and it depends on the band and the delivery and all that. But I really just kind of process it emotionally as music first. So as I was, doing that, I'm like, it's a good song. I like this, like that. And then when I kind of like sat down and read the lyrics and listened to it again, I was like, okay, wow, I'm really liking how this is clicking.
Did it come to you in waves?
It did. It did come to me in waves. But yeah, so no, I mean, the more that I kind of interacted with it, and the more I kind of discovered these fun little bits of treasure, I guess, from the treasure map that he wrote for us, or drew.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, exactly. I just liked it more and more and more, and just talking to you both about it as well, and understanding a little bit more about his, probably his probable mindset when he wrote it. I like it even better now. So I'm going to give it a solid 9 whole ravens.
Wow.
Yeah. A flock of ravens.
I guess one of my ravens has like the foot of another raven around its neck or something, or just a disembodied flying beak, maybe.
It's an unkindness of ravens, or a conspiracy of ravens. Apparently, there's a murder of crows, but an unkindness of ravens.
Conspiracy? Is that
yeah.
Ooh.
Treachery of ravens. Ooh,
I was picturing the ravens had just picked up some of the feathers that I had seen along the way, and it was bringing it to make its nest.
An unkindness.
Where's the fun in that? Disembodied beak flying in the air. I gotta say it like Moira. It's somebody big flying
It's like a Cheshire cat, but it's
monkeys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it.
Crawl ball.
This is how you start an album. This is how you start a career.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
This is a statement of what your existence is going to be. Honestly, this song is everything that I strive to be at all times in my life. Self-deprecating in a realistic way, honest,
a pirate,
and focus forward in a hopefully very positive way.
And you like cruises.
Well, I think you accomplished something.
And you like cruises,
Tracy, because you're one of the many things. I mean, we all like to laugh and joke and tease, but like one of the things I really do appreciate you is how positive you are, and how optimistic you are, and you help people see the good in situations, and you've helped me through some very difficult situations. So thank you for being an amazing friend.
You get knocked down, but you get up again.
Well, and I like to think that, like, that's why this song speaks to me. But it's also like when I'm having bad moments in my life, this is a song I will come back to. This is a song I strive to be like, to remember, like, as much as life can be like being thrown overboard on a ship, it doesn't matter if you were thrown or you jumped, that something positive can come from that. And where is that next shore that you're aiming to get toward, and what can you focus on? And I think that this song speaks greatly in that. And so for me, like, this is a perfect 10.
Wow.
A full conspiracy of ravens for sure.
It's like water.
That's treachery.
Yes.
Watergate of ravens.
Well, I was pretty decisive on my rating tonight, no doubt. But that's not like me, Maybe next week I'll be more indecisive.
Maybe indecision.
Guessing that
Maybe,
or maybe I won't be.
What's next week's song title?
Oh, next week we're going to discuss indecision. I think
yes.
Are you going to make an incision or not? You're indecisive about making an incision.
Indecision.
No, we are talking about the indecision next week. Most likely.
Indecision.
Okay. Well, get back to us on that. So whether
we'll play it by ear.
Yeah. I got to go sit on a fence.
Well, thank you guys very much for starting off this cruise.
Watch for splinters.
Thank always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, Tracy. This was a great song. Really happy to be able to discuss this with you both.
And I'm sorry we weren't able to have others join us, but hopefully they will join us next week, or maybe they won't.
I don't know. They're very indecisive.
6-7.
Viva France.
Viva la France.
All right.
Have a wonderful night.
Week.
You too.
Later, Tater.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, hoy. Hello, can you hear me, sir? Your connection seems wonky. Wonky donkey.
Hey, don't talk about my donkey's wonky.
Donkey, it's my swamp.
Donkey, that's my wonky. Leave it alone.
My collection.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.